Hello, my name is Claas. I'm a consultant for business intelligence, analytics and reporting. Today I would like to show you how to optimize management reports at the example of a profit and loss statement with very little effort but with a lot of impact that you can make. So the example should be a waterfall diagram which visually represents the deviations within a profit and loss statement in order to quickly figure out what are the large cost positions, where do you have basically the largest lever in order to optimize your profit. I'm going to show this to you right now, so enjoy the demo, and if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below in the comment section. I'll be very happy to get your feedback, and I'll get back to you with all the tips and hints that I can give. Have fun. The example we are looking at is a management report, and specifically a profit and loss statement, which we see here in the structure going from gross revenue down to profit and earnings before interest and taxes. And what we would like to achieve is to optimize this report in order to have a visual reference where we can quickly see which actually is the cost position which impacts our profit the most, and where do we have a lever in order to optimize our business operations and the profit, in fact. So we're going to do this with a so-called waterfall diagram. So I'll just show you how we can create this with the Graphomate extensions for Excel. So first of all, I mark the area where I want to have the waterfall diagram positioned, and my intention is to put this right next to the profit and loss numbers, so that gives a nice visual reference. So now I go to the Graphomate menu, click Create Chart, and we first of all get this dummy representation, which we now need to configure. So first of all, what I would like to do is to change this to a structure and not having a time series analysis. And I'll choose also the chart type being a waterfall diagram. So at the moment this looks pretty much all over the place, but we'll clean this up right now. First of all, what we need to do is to connect this chart to this data that we have here. So we just create a data series. We mark the area where the data is located, click OK. And now we already have some data represented here in this waterfall chart, not so nice yet. So we're going to optimize this a bit further. I would like to get rid of all these labels, so I'll just untick the category labels, and also when we go to the Appearance tab, there's a tick box called Element Labels. I'm also disabling this one, and now we already have a much cleaner look. There's also one very important option here on the Appearance tab, specifically for waterfall diagrams. As you can see here, we can basically configure the graphic representation of each element in a waterfall chart, being an increase or decrease, a subtotal number with positives or negatives deviations, and also we have totals here. So first of all, what we need to do now is we need to go back to the data series and tell the waterfall chart specifically which element actually is which data type. So we do this down here in the waterfall calculation path. So here we go element by element. So we start first of all with the gross revenue. So this one, I put the equal sign here because this is a total. That's basically the starting point. The discounts, that's cost of sales. So I put a minus, meaning a decrease. I do the same for material. I put a minus here. And for the gross profit, which would be the next one, is basically, again, a total. The advertising costs are again negative, so I put a minus. Same goes for rent, for interest. And last but not least, the profit is again a total. So once we have done that, we already see in a visual way that we come from the gross revenues down to the profit, which is already rather slim, and it's a nice way of seeing it here. So we still need to tweak it a little bit in order to have it shown in a nicer way. So what I'm going to do here is in the behavior tab, I'll change the size of the category axis. So at the moment it's quite thick. I'll reduce this to 1 pixel, so that already looks a bit nicer. And what we can also do here on the appearance tab is now to configure, for example, the negative deviations. So every time where revenues or profit are being decreased, we would like to see this, for example, in a red color. So this is, yeah, how easy it is to quickly configure this. So next thing up is we need to slightly tweak the size of this graph, and I think this is already quite good. So we also need to get rid of the border, which we can just do with the just normal Excel functionality. So for format chart area, we have the border and set this to no line, and I also remove any fill color, and here we go. So this is like one additional column where we visualize the deviations, and now it's relatively easy to see that material costs are basically the highest factor in here. And a very neat feature is also to have now the possibility in order to, let's say, run a simple simulation of how does the profit evolve if, for example, one of the cost positions increase or decrease. So at the example of the interest expenses, so if we just try and put, let's say, 300,000. So because interest rates are now slowly going up, so this could potentially happen. And what we see here is we do not end up with a profit anymore. So this is a negative result, and we also see that the chart automatically adjusts. We see the 0 line in here, and the profit is already further below. So if I increase this even further, it should be much more visible. Right, so the 0 line always stays here. So this is a very nice feature of Graphomate to be able to quickly develop a waterfall chart, which does not come standard in Excel, and it's a great addition to every management report. Probably for this very simplified example, it's a bit too much over the top. However, if you have a management report that consists of hundreds of cost positions, this type of visualization becomes very, very usable. So thanks for your attention. If you have any comments, please put them down below. I'm really looking forward for your feedback, and I'll be happy to reply with any tips and hints that I may share. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next videos.